Nice Jeep. Pretty, that's a nice color. Alright.
Ride on, Jewel. Let your spirit be free with the wind at your back.
Hey, I told you I knew where I was.
Sing loud, Jewel. Let your heart be your guide in the depths of the thunder. It's your rant and your ride.
Alright, yeah. So here we are. Here's the deal today. And yeah, I got rants, you know. Some of the same rants you always hear. But you know, I had a late night just doing things. And I had a late morning, so some mornings I get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock. And other mornings I'm getting up at 7:30 to 8:30, so yeah. This morning I was getting up at 8 o'clock. My buddy Ryan called, you know, the one with the last video, the Husky 350. And he said, "What are you doing today?" I'm like, "Well, I got a mountain bike ride later on this afternoon." He said, "Well, let's go for a street bike ride," which I've been reluctant to do. I mean, you know, my hand really on the highway is smoother, right? I'm not going to beat my hand up that much, but you got to start and stop a lot. And this clutch lever on the street bike is harder to pull, you know, on start and stop. So, you know, this clutch lever pull is probably like 14 pounds. So my Husky clutch lever probably has a 8 to 9 pound pull. This one's probably 14, 15. Anyway. So I said, you know, I haven't ridden this bike for 3 months. You know, because I've been out for 6.5, going on 7 weeks. So I'm like, you know, I gotta get the bike ready. It's like, what do you mean you gotta get the bike ready? I'm like, I haven't ridden it. You know, tire pressures, chain lube, make sure battery's doing good, wipe it off a little bit. So after I checked my tire pressures, you know, I noticed, wow, there's really heavy dust all over my bike, especially this side of the bike. Well, it wasn't dust, white paint, overspray, all over the motorcycles. Yes, motorcycles. So I spent 2 hours with alcohol. I mean, it comes off. You gotta rub it with rubbing alcohol. Maybe some tar remover, you know, automotive tar remover, and take it off pretty easy, but it's on my gas too, but my gas is halfway covered up, so it didn't get on that very much. It's on my Honda XR, which, yeah, it doesn't matter a lot, but it's all over the display, right? This display had white overspray on it. Anyway, so that was taking me time. I messaged Ryan, said, yeah, I'm not going to catch up to you. So anyway, I told Ryan, I'll meet you down the road, you know, out by Coaldale. because I've been cleaning the paint off my motorcycle. He said, well, I'm stuck in Carson because there was a big accident on the freeway. Traffic's all jammed up, and he said, I'm not going riding today because the traffic is horrible. I go, yeah, I kind of figured that. So I told him, well, since I dug the bike out, checked the tire pressures, checked the chain, checked everything so I could ride it, I'm gonna go for a ride. Alright? So you want to go get lunch, you know, either Fallon, get some shrimp tacos, or go over to Yarrington. He's like, no, I ain't going anywhere. He got pissed off because of the traffic. And I don't blame him. Yeah, so, you know, if you're going to ride the highway, especially on a motorcycle, anything, you know, first off, if you're driving the speed limit or anywhere close to it, you're going to be the only one. Alright? So you'll be the only one. And a quarter of the cars that pass you or have to get around you, especially if you got to get in the left lane to turn off, and you're going the speed limit, even a little bit over the speed limit, and you're setting up for a turn on the left-hand side down here, people will race around you, cut in front of you, stick their arm out the window and flip you off. You know, they're just a bunch of clowns nowadays. Yeah, I'm done. That's why I'm quiet. I'm shutting up just because I can go on about that forever. But haven't been on this bike at least 2.5 months, maybe 3 months. Last time I rode it was late in the evening, and had a car pass me on my right side as I'm in the slow lane, and was 6 inches, 8 inches away from me. Passed me on this side over here. Yeah, unreal. So, I mean, when you're out here riding on the street, on a street bike, well, this is my adventure bike. You know, I wouldn't ride it out in the dirt in case right now while I'm healing, so it'll be a while before this sees dirt again, probably till the end of summer. But if you're riding out here on your motorcycle on the highway, you know, you better act like you picked up the most wanted flag in Call of Duty and you're trying to get away from everybody, because everybody's out to get you. I'm wearing, you know, a clear visor on my Bell helmet, which is good. You know, the clear visor is better to see through than the tinted visors. For some reason, the smoke visor causes degradation in the clarity of the lens. I'm not sure why. The photochromatic lens doesn't really do that, but you know, if you lift your visor up and put it back down, it's got stripes on it from the sun. Anyway, The clear visor is okay, but then you gotta wear sunglasses if you want to shade your eyes from the sun, and it's hard to find a pair of sunglasses that'll fit in my helmet. With my speedometer, you know, it's a digital speedometer and it's off. I don't know if it's off because of the size of tire I have, but anyway, I know if I'm going probably 68, I'm doing the speed limit, which is 65. I usually have my other phone up here and it'll tell me GPS-wise how fast I'm going. And it's usually 2 to 3 miles per hour off and down. So anyway, I invited Ryan out. Hey, let's go get tacos in Fallon. But he was, you know, not happy enough. He didn't want to go anywhere. I thought about going to Yerington, but Aaron and I, we got a mountain bike ride, an easy one. So we're going to do an easy mountain bike ride. This evening. Some point, you know, KTM adventure bikes, they have their own steering stabilizer down there. I'm going to take that off and rebuild it and put heavier oil in it so it stabilizes better, stronger, stabilizes slower, because this bike needs a steering stabilizer, but I don't have $500 to spend on a steering stabilizer. So the next best thing is probably $30 worth of oil work. So anyway, same thing. I haven't ridden a gas for probably 6 months since my last video of burning gas out of it. I gotta get that out and burn the gas out of it. So probably my next ride to Yerington will be on the gas, burning gas. Get fresh fuel in it. And the Honda 250, I gotta do some stuff on that, so I got a jet kit for it, gotta modify the airbox. I don't think that bike's ever been jetted right, so I'm gonna make sure it's jetted right. And then I'll probably slowly put new plastics on it so it looks halfway decent. I mean, it's my Eldorado bike and it's a dirt bike, but it's kind of beat up. It was since the time I bought it. I mean, not horribly, but yeah, kind of beat up. Now, you know, this road is 45 miles per hour, but you watch, there's a truck behind me, so. You just watch how he'll probably pass me somewhere down this road. Anyway, I'm just ranting, right? I try to take care of my stuff. Why? Because I knew when I retired, I probably won't have any money to buy any more stuff, right? I'll just have money to live on. So what I don't understand is people around you get mad at you for you wanting to take care of your stuff. That makes 0 sense to me. 0. I'm like, unless you want to buy me stuff, have at it. If you want to buy me stuff, no problem, Jack. I need a sugar mama who has dirt bikes. You know, I mean, I lived on a shoestring buying motorcycles, so I would have motorcycles when I couldn't buy them anymore. Of course, you know, you gotta keep them maintained and you gotta keep them, something breaks on them, you know, that could be $1 bill, but, try to minimize that by taking care of it. Anyway, we'll turn around at Fort Churchill. You know, they make a clutch lever kit for this. I think it's from Camel ADV or something, which makes the clutch bowl about half as much, right? So it'd be a 7-pound clutch bowl probably. I always thought I'd want to do that, and then I'm like, well, yeah. Now I wish I would have done that. You know, but putting Farkle on your motorcycles, putting accessories on your motorcycles is a never-ending story. You remember that movie, Never-Ending Story. You know, my XR 400 is probably worth, who knows? I know what it's worth to me. I know how much money I put in it, but you know, it's probably worth, let's say, $1,000, right? Or more, you know, $1,500, but I probably put $5,000 in it, and it needs more stuff right now. Same thing with the Honda 250. I bought it for too much, and I put too much money in it. I put a recluse in it, and that got burned up. And it's $1,000 to replace that if I want another recluse, which I would, but yeah, $1,000. I don't know about that. It's not even $100 for a regular clutch. You know, the jack kit was $100. anyway, you know, Ryan, he's got a super nice sport bike. You know, he wanted to get up in the mountains a little bit and do a nice, nice, mellow, calm canyon carving ride, you know, around some of our nice roads we like to ride. But he couldn't even get out of Carson City, sat in traffic for an hour because of the accidents. I invited him to come out here, but, you know, he doesn't really care to ride straight roads, and I don't blame him. I like him. I don't mind him. You know, mountain roads are better scenery and funner to ride, but as long as you don't get crazies there trying to pass you over a corner or whatever. But anyway, because I dug the KTM out, you know, I had to get a ride on it to make sure she's working. Gas would probably be the next ride I do. Maybe get Aaron and Ryan together on the gas, but I'm Aaron and Ryan, yeah. I don't know if that'll work. We'll see. Might just be me and Ryan or something. My hand, you know, it was pretty sore from the Yarrington ride. So, today's Thursday, right? It's been hurting me all week. You know, the fingers, all my fingers only have about 50% feeling in them. Kind of like that feeling when your hand starts to go to sleep or starts waking up from being asleep. So I mean, the Yarrington ride through the dirt pounded it pretty good. So it was kind of achy all week long. It took probably till this morning that started feeling better, you know. But that's how she goes. Got somebody antsy on my butt. You better pass me because I'm turning into Fort Churchill. Really hate it when people ride up your butt. Even out here in the middle of the desert, they're like, oh, open range. That means 80 miles an hour. People didn't drive as fast as they are nowadays, even when they didn't have a speed limit in Nevada. You know, you could drive fast, but it seems like every single person wants to speed now. Nice Jeep. Purdy, that's a nice color. Alright, well, I'm not gonna stop. Just get turned around here. Get turned around here, and I probably won't rant on the way back unless I see something exciting, right? I think the bike's okay. You know, that's what I said on my dirt bike video. Of course, I came down the highway, but 27 miles to over here, right? But maybe through the dirt on Fort Churchill, it's a little bit less. But it's close to about the same. I think it's less through the dirt, on the dirt road. Anyway, battery's charging good. And, yeah, the clutch, I could pull it, but, you know, I could feel it too. Okay. Alright, we'll talk to you in a bit when I get closer to home. So anyway, yeah, I've already got over a half an hour video just ranting, but heading through the valley here to get back home. I didn't mention, I wanted to mention, you know, I got picked up a new riding, not a brand new riding suit, new to me. I got a riding suit from a garage sale. The jacket fits just right. The pants are questionable. They fit, but I don't like the snap system. You know, it doesn't look like it snaps very well. So, and they just fit. So no room to move around them. I mean, the pants are baggy, you know, the pant legs have room, but the waist is, yeah, no room. So anyway, who knows, I might have to buy their larger pants. See, look at one car, and they're driving under the speed limit from California, right? So they're driving 3 or 4 miles an hour under the speed limit, right? They're not driving the speed limit. They're going to drive under the speed limit, which is okay, I guess. They're in the slow lane, but I drive under the speed limit or the speed limit. If I drive over the speed limit, it's 1 or 2 miles an hour. But that's why I say 99.9% of the time you get one car. I'm usually the one car that everybody hates. But anyway, so far I like this jacket. It's got a ton of pockets. I wish it had some air vents up here on the chest. It has air vents on the arm. It looks like it has a really good insulated liner. I took that out. It had a neck wrap, which is really cool for winter riding. I'm assuming this is waterproof or water resistant. I'll have to look it up. But I'm assuming you can wear it if you got caught in a rainstorm. But I may have to buy a new pair of their pants, which will probably run me $200. But anyway, I wanted to share my jacket. pay attention.